Growth Charity 15 Moderation in spiritual and intellectual exercises. In the second home, where are the droughts, should we learn moderation in spiritual exercises? The answer is yes. I would say that it was even the painful learning that the first monks, the first fathers of the desert, did. When he gave himself to God, for example, leaving the city of Alexandria at the end of the time of the martyrs, they entered the monastic life, sometimes full of zeal. They put themselves on top of a column so they would not be distracted. They spent their day, 12 hours a day to pray, to meditate, thinking, so for God. And they knew, sooner or later, often very quickly, the famous drought. And then, there were some who came down from their columns who were falling back, returning to Alexandria and indulging in all sorts of vices, prostitution, luxury, etc. They had given so much excessively that they fell into the other excess. So the monks quickly learned that moderation was needed in everything. Well, it's this moderation, the management of his life in relation to God, that the person will have to learn in the second home. A story which shows the maturation, told by Saint Cassian. One day a man from Alexandria came to see the monasteries in the desert. He approached, he was a hunter, he had a bow, and he found, scandalized, that the monks were not praying, but together playing football with a balloon they had made. He was scandalized. He says to the Father Abbot, but it is not possible they should give themselves to prayer, or is the absolute. There is a decadence. Then the Father Abbot said to him, take your bow and put on his rope, shoot an arrow on the ground. He shot. Pull another arrow. He shot. Pull one more arrow on the ground, and he did it. In the end the hunter tells him, I will break my bow. Then the abbot told him, it's the same for the man. If you tend the bow too much, too often, you break it. Every man needs relaxation. And so, in this second home, we will have to learn how to manage. With the spiritual father, for example, to look at what were the excesses, the time spent excessively, in the first abode, for spiritual exercises. And moderate them. Know something else. To rest. To know how to relax. I would say that relaxation here, and sometimes a good movie, is useful to the extent that they are put to the service of God. If the person is in better shape, she can better seek God. But if she is exhausted, that she is in excess, that she is tired of it, that she is overdosing, she will not get anywhere. And may even fall into what is called the disgust of spiritual things. What would be a disaster? Therefore, it is urgent in this second dwelling that a spiritual father, or himself if one has this prudence, moderates, regulates adapted to each person.